next session is by our premium partner, Juniper Networks, for a discussion on shifting to experience first, why AI native matters. Let me call on stage Ravinder Singh, Country Director, Enterprise and Government, India and SAARC, Juniper Networks. And joining him is Abhishek Gupta, Corporate Head, Information Technology, Dish TV. In conversation with these two industry leaders is Anoop Mathur, Founder, Core Media. Let's welcome the gentlemen on stage.
So, welcome Ravinder, welcome Abhishek. And of course, the discussion today we're going to have is around shifting to experience first, why AI native matters. Now, we'll all appreciate that across industries, organizations are prioritizing a user-centric approach, ensuring seamless interactions and positive experiences for their customers, employees, and partners. In fact, in my presentation earlier, I did touch upon user experience and employee interactions. However, the shift places unprecedented demands on network infrastructure. Traditional network management methods, often reactive and resource-intensive, struggle to keep pace with the ever-increasing demands for constant connectivity, optimal performance, and proactive security. So, Abhishek, as we kind of get into it, I think we'll kind of discuss in terms of how AI-native technology is transforming the organization's network infrastructure, enhancing user interactions, and then, of course, we'll get insights from Ravinder as well, what's happening at Juniper. So to start with you, Abhishek, what we'd like to know at your end is, can you elaborate on the importance of fostering a more proactive approach within the operational team to identify potential issues and ensure timely actions?
So last month was my birthday, Anoop, and as it is normal, we get a lot of SMS and offers from various organizations, and I choose to, try out one of the apparel organizations. So I went on a weekend. I went there to buy something for me. I chose certain things after spending about 45 minutes. I went very early morning, so they just opened the store, and when it was time to check out, the thing was not working. Meaning, the machine was not working, and I could not get the offer. In spite of spending a lot of time, I could not buy what I want. They promised, we are keeping it separate. You come back, we will give it to you. But as the thing was, I could not go back, and I ended up buying something else. And I can relate to it. I think it is happening with most of us. I can relate with me. I come from a B2C organization. Millions of subscribers consuming my services, walking into a store to either buy a product or a recharge. And if one of the network elements of my company does not work, I lose that revenue. And what I see is that this thing is going to become a greater problem as we are getting into the AI era. So yes, so that's what I see, that it is very important we are proactive and we are able to enhance things. And with the Gen AI stuff, it will become more important.
Thanks. So, firstly, belated birthday wishes. While it's a good use case and example, but it's of course leaves a bad taste, right, in terms of from an experience standpoint. But thanks for sharing that, Abhishek. So, Ravinder, coming to you now. Of course, he did touch upon the AI piece, and we'd like to understand, if you could elaborate on the core principles behind your AI native networking and how these principles actively address the limitations of traditional methods.
Thanks, Anoop, and congratulations on the 10th. That's always a
Thank
special
you so
one. Congratulations on your birthday. Finally, that could end well. Anyways, in times to come, you will not face a situation, I'm sure. If we look at the market, just I'll spend 2 minutes there. Sure. The era that we are seeing now, what we call the AI, and many of the CEOs have termed it as a fourth industrial revolution, and which is much, much bigger than whatever we have seen so far. What that means is that all the existing models that we see, whether in a professional life or a personal life, the way things are evolving, are set to change, right? All the existing challenges in a real way are going to get addressed, are getting addressed. So the vision is much beyond the solving the existing problems, right? That is part one. Hence, a very popular theme that we had built up, that up is not enough. Many times, if I give an example, if we have a Wi-Fi bar on the phone or a laptop, and still we are not able to work on the applications we have seen in many five-star hotels, right, although they give so many things, but not this many times. It is up, it is working, but it is not enough, right? So up is not enough. it is the experience what matters, right? Where in Juniper we are coming to is delivering a connection that count, right? We are a transport company. We spent about 3 decades in the industry building mission-critical transports for many of you customers who are here. And so essential tenet had been, if I look at traditionally, about the scale, about the performance, about the uptime. Today, what essentially we are aiming for, or we are there already, I must say that, is delivering an experience to the business. So the core principle is delivering an experience to the operator, which is CIO office. In turn, they can deliver the experience to the users, right? And taking the client to the cloud, that's the whole theme and core principle, that whatever comes in between, whether it's a access to the campus, and then going through the WAN, then data center, hybrid, private, multiple, all that taking care of an SLA or SLE, what we call it, service level experience. It is no more a SLA. So overall, these are the core principle. In addition to that, how things can be made proactive. Before a user comes to know about the problem, how a CIO can identify a challenge and then address it. Address it one, and then next step is how the network can self-heal and self-drive towards the resolution of those challenges. Because we are across the industries, we have seen that the scale is increasing, the complexities are going up, but the IT budgets are going down, and the people and the skill set availability is difficult. So there has to be a man-machine marriage in a very proper, balanced way, so that not just emotional, I'm sure the CIOs are so far handling all the challenges using their EI, right? So combination of EI and the AI, AI will support in a real way to take the organization further. So just to summarize, the core principle is about delivering an experience to the operator. That's the key part, making the product predictive in the sense that, so because, a good AI is as good as a good data and a good training on that data. Yeah. So Juniper, we are fortunate that in the 3 decades that we have spent in the industry, we had our OS in control in all 3 decades. We have grown organically. We are only a transport company. We don't do anything else, and we do it well. Yeah. So we have an OS which has grown in last 30 years, Junos. We have ASIC design, our in-house control. So we have a good control on the hardware and software. As a result, we find ourselves in absolutely a sweet spot in this AI wave. We are able to extract or deploy the AI as an AI native. It is not a patchwork. It is not a tool of marketing. It is where we are able to extract as much data as possible, from the device. The AI is embedded in the platforms that we have built. As a result, we are into the 7th generation of AI, whereas other competitors are in the 2nd or 3rd generation. What that gives you is that a ready-made solution to your challenges, what you're facing currently in your organizations on the AI front. Yeah. Thank you.
7th generation, but I think it's a very valid point that you made, and it again, I was kind of talking about that earlier, that today nobody is just buying a product or a solution, but they actually expect an experience, right, end to end, and I think that's what you're kind of complementing at Juniper. But thanks for sharing that. Abhishek, coming back to you, going back to your experience earlier, what are the key benefits you've observed from using, or rather actually, going back to that point, why is it crucial to have a deep understanding of your network's quality and its performance?
Yeah, so if I circle back to that example, and we double click and in our own parlance do a root cause analysis, you will find that one of those elements maybe in the network would have malfunctioned. And if you find that, what could be the reason? Maybe that device has lived its life. So I could have prevented such outage or such bad user experience from the end user's perspective if I had been able to identify in advance that the device is going to go bad, so it is time to do a change or do a service maintenance. Or it could be a bad network topology. Probably I haven't factored in the traffic that I'm going to get for my particular business, and it typically happens on any match day. So in a match day, when we're discussing with a couple of friends, this Sunday happens to be another match day, so I will be spending it in the office. The reason is that we don't know when the customer wants to watch the TV 30 minutes before the start of the match. We get 10x the missed calls, 20x the website load. Now, if at that crucial point, any of your critical infra or network element does not work, all the effort that you have done, the build-up, the digital spend, the marketing spend, the store, it's not going to give you the results that you're desiring. So that is why this quality of the network becomes important. It becomes more important because the things have become more complex and the skills are a little less. People are not available there. So I want to do more with less, meaning I want advancement, some kind of pre-notion. And then when you compound it with the today's cyber threat scenario, it becomes easy for any threat actor to expose or to exploit any of the vulnerability that I have left by mistake. So that sums up, the importance of and why the network quality becomes important for me.
No, I think a very pertinent example. Everybody is a cricket lover, and obviously days when there are the key matches, the last thing you want is the network going down, you not being able to get the scores, and then that can become a bit of a problem. But yeah, absolutely right. The threat actors become very very prevalent the minute you've got this high compute, high demand coming in. So obviously, Ravinder, coming to you, tell us how does your networking solution address the challenges of dynamic threat detection and automated response mechanisms for enhanced security?
Yeah, as I was mentioning the core principle, just to build on that and then answer this question about the proactiveness.
Sure.
As Abhishek mentioned about getting to know beforehand when things go down. That's the core principle.
Elements are the databases, the applications, the network elements. So that's the difference. Otherwise, the job is almost the same.
And you still get the music out of it.
So, and that you measure in the revenue that you get, right? So from that perspective, definitely, if you have a centralized dashboard, which gives you the power to see what is creating the noise, what is the one element in the whole ecosystem that is creating that bad experience, that would be really helpful. Honestly, performance monitoring, database performance monitoring, all that stuff. Network is some area that we are still working on. So definitely, if I am able to do that, that would A, help me to probably know and reduce my reaction time to resolve or give a workaround to a problem. B, maybe if it is intelligent enough and what I hear from Ravinder, that's what he's talking about, to prevent by predicting that this is going to happen. So you take remedy scan and then the C, if it is automated, then my job becomes much easier.
Thanks for that, Abhishek. And lastly, Ravinder, tell us, as AI native networking continues to evolve, how can we expect it to further empower CIOs in addressing the ever-changing demands of user interactions and digital transformation, which is almost like a continuous process now?
Yeah, so building on the confidence part, that how the CIO today are ready to go to the business and give a confidence that whatever applications are required to be launched or the business need to be transformed, the network is ready for that. So one is that confidence where we are today. Every organization is at a different phase of implementing that, right? But technology is now giving confidence that yes, it can deliver. Some challenges are definitely there on the heterogeneous part of it because it's a very complex environment where you have starting from the campus, WAN, then data centers and various forms of data centers. In addition, there are multiple technologies on ground, and how do you really make it a homogeneous experience for the user? Those challenges are there, and many of those technologies are proprietary in nature, wherein delivering overall still remains a challenge. So what essentially is now the future ahead? So in addition to so what we talk about the network primarily here, not talking about the full thing. So because that's our focus, and that's we believe that if we are able to give a confidence to CIO about the connection, about the network, and with an AI, with the security, then CIO can confidently talk about the application deployment on that network. That's what the whole vision and the mission is. And with the HP thing coming up, next year onwards, we'll be able to give a holistic experience as well. Now, coming back to the future part, I'll only comment that today we are at a stage where the network is ready with all the bots. Bot in the sense that suppose you have a device which is functioning in a certain way in the network, the bot will emulate the device. In the sense the bot will understand how the device is operational, and slowly all the elements of the network are works in a simulated in the bot. Now the bot will simulate the demand of the device in the network and will test constantly about how it needs to operate, the way CIO wants that network to operate. As a result, the whole platform is able to give a good amount of predictability. And there is a conversation with this bot, what a CIO can have. Interact in a natural language processing, right, NLP. And the future beyond this, so this part is ready right now. The future beyond this is about how the LLM gets integrated with the various applications. the network is start integrating the applications and getting into deeper part of integration there. For example, if organization is using Teams, how our Mist platform, for example, today it is integrated on LLM with Mist, so that when a Zoom call, when a team call is happening, at that time you will know to the call level where exactly the challenge lies. Today, the application team is one element, and we take care of all other part of the network. But with this integration, we are able to interact and get the data from the team deeply about the nature of the call, the nature of the audio, video. Earlier, we were only at the category level. There may be some problem in Teams, some problem in the link, some problem in Wi-Fi, some problem in WAN or data center. We were at various categories. The future is getting into deeper into each categories and getting into so that in the natural language, you can interact with the full network in a very deep way. Yeah. So that's the future, and it will going to change big time in the times to come.
Thanks a lot for that, Ravinder. Clearly, while technology will keep emerging, I think you need to have your networks, up and being able to support, because infrastructure becomes that much more important to be able to support. And these are conversations we've been having for a while that, the application doesn't work, A doesn't work, the B doesn't work, but, and like Abhishek said, right, you are all orchestrators at the end of the day to make sure everything works in tandem, and every time, you get a new instrument, in this case, a new technology, it has to be in harmony with the overall orchestra, right? But thanks a lot for that. Thanks a lot for your inputs, and thanks a lot for the insights from Juniper in terms of where you are with your journey. And Ravinder is here, and the larger Juniper team is here. If you have any questions, do feel free to talk to them and discuss how you can collaborate and take things forward. But thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Ravinder. Thanks a lot, Abhishek. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause once again for this powerful panel discussion.